You're watching WKYT News at noon.
Good afternoon. The news continues. We're about to hit 12:30. Bill Bryan and Barbara Bailey reporting.
Wildfires continue to burn in parts of the state today. Overnight rain made only a small dent in the situation. New fires popping up today, including one that has already burned more than 10 acres near Livingston in Rockcastle County.
WKYT's Mike Linden is on fire watch in our top story at 12:30. Mike.
It has been a warmer than normal and dry fall season thus far in Kentucky. And while that's made things nice to go outside and enjoy the weather, it has been the exact opposite for firefighters and Division of Forestry crews across the state fighting back against Mother Nature. According to Division of Forestry crews, the fire off Blackburn Road in Livingston began Thursday afternoon. So far, more than 10 acres have burned. Firefighters say the light rain Thursday helped knock down the flames, but they still have plenty of work to do. Crews are working to create a fire line by separating the burning leaves and trees from the unburnt with the hopes that the fire won't jump the line. With as dry as conditions have been so far this season, state forest officials say if it weren't for the rain on Thursday, this fire could have been much, much larger. While the cause of the fire has not been nailed down yet, state forest officials are investigating it as an arson. In Rockcastle County, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Now, as of today, a burn ban is in effect for Rockcastle County. That means all outdoor burning is prohibited. Conditions appear to be improving in Pike County. Students are back in school today after being out of class because of the heavy smoke the last couple of days. We flew over US 23 near Shelby Valley High School yesterday. You could see several plumes of smoke rising from the hillside. Now, we understand that more than 1,200 acres still burning in Pike County, but conditions around the school have improved.
Well, the biggest fire that is burning right now is in Harlan County. More than 1,500 acres have been scorched near the Letcher County line. The Kentucky National Guard is using helicopters to drop water on the fire in that area from the air. A wildfire in Wayne County is now threatening some homes. The fire threatening several houses in the Truck Lick Creek area. This is north of Monticello. The Kentucky Division of Forestry has set a controlled burn to try and get control of those fires. Crews were called out to the area last night. They've been working for hours to get control of it.
Well, first thing was, our property, and it borders our house, and I got 2 babies at home and a wife, and once fire destroys something, you never get it back.
People who live in that area tell us that they believe the fire was intentionally set. And unfortunately, apparently that's been the case with several of these.
It almost always turns out to be that hard to understand.
It really is. We did get a little rain yesterday and last night, but firefighters certainly need more to keep up with these wildfires.
WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is tracking the conditions now in our First Alert Weather Center. What about the chances for rain?
Well, it doesn't look very good in the next several days. I mean, next several days we get in this dry pattern, but I will tell you this, it's not a warm pattern. It's going to actually be seasonal in the upcoming days. So to break down the rest of the day, we're sitting there in the low, maybe even some mid-60s down south with sunny skies for all. If you have any clouds left over, just know they're continuing to wither away. We go off into tonight and into tomorrow morning there in the 30s, and then we head off toward the afternoon, and we'll be tomorrow afternoon there in the low 60s. So today's a little bit cool. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit on the cool side, but that's still average for this time of year. It's just all relative because we've been there in the 80s as we've gone through the past few days. You got to remember, in the past 6 days, we've actually reached the 80s, not just the 80s, but record highs there in the forecasts 3 times out of the past 6 days. I mean, it's been phenomenal to watch, but now we're going to see that change. It's a different pattern in store, sitting there in the 50s and, like I said, 60s down south. Williamsburg coming in at 63 degrees. There's the 50s across the region. Now we're starting to get a lot of sunshine, too. And even the clouds here in Lexington starting to break apart. We talked about that on WKYT this morning. Get into the afternoon, look for a lot of sunshine. But we're going to talk much more about that forecast for the weekend. If you have any events going on in the morning, you'll want to hear how low we go with those numbers coming up.
All right, and those... Thank you.
All right, thank you, Micah. 1 year ago today, Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis was shot in the line of duty. He died 2 days later. This morning, family, friends, and co-workers gathered at the Richmond Police Department. They held a moment of silence to honor and remember Ellis at 10:36, the exact time he was shot.
But I'm very blessed to have so many people that care about me and a family that loves and supports me and a community that has been nothing but amazing. So just reflecting on the blessings and trying to be positive. It's about all you can do.
Ellis was investigating a robbery when he was shot. 2 men are charged in his murder. Both could face the death penalty. More tributes to honor Ellis will be held this weekend. A Lexington woman accused of driving drunk and killing 2 men after crashing into them is scheduled to face a judge in just about a half hour. We're still not sure if Suzanne Whitlow will be in court. She's still recovering from injuries at UK Hospital. According to her arrest citation, she told police she had multiple drinks before driving onto the sidewalk and hitting the men. Louisville Police Detective Jason Schweitzer and UK employee Timothy Moore died from their injuries. Well, CBS News has learned about a potential terror threat 4 days before the election. Sources say U.S. intelligence has alerted joint terrorism task forces that al-Qaeda could be planning attacks in 3 states for Monday.
We're getting additional information on this every minute. It is believed that New York, Texas, and Virginia are all possible targets. The credibility of the intelligence has not been confirmed. Jeff Pegues reports.
U.S. authorities are taking this threat seriously while still assessing the credibility of the intelligence, but counterterrorism officials across the country have been alerted out of an abundance of caution. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News the threat comes from al-Qaeda, and intelligence points to attacks taking place in New York, Texas, and Virginia. But the threat information provided no specific targets for possible attacks in those states. As Election Day approaches, federal law enforcement is planning for several worst-case scenarios. Earlier this week, an alert to local police warned of polling places being seen as attractive targets for lone wolf-type attacks by individuals motivated by violent extremist ideologies or sovereign citizen activity. A senior FBI official says the Bureau, as well as the Department of Homeland Security, are working closely with federal, state, and local agencies to disrupt and identify potential threats. It is not unusual for there to be an increase in the volume of threats leading up to significant events like holidays or even an election. An official says it is important to investigate those threats thoroughly. Jeff Pegues, CBS News, Washington.
Now, heading into the final weekend before Election Day, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are campaigning in key battleground states. Trump will hold events today in New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Hillary Clinton is rallying voters in Pennsylvania and Michigan. National polls have the two neck and neck heading into the election. Well, if you worry about your health, you might actually be doing harm to yourself.
We'll have that story in about 5 minutes on WKYT News.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
The rest of the afternoon, not all that bad. We actually look for mostly sunny skies. Kids coming home from school. You maybe have a husband or wife coming home from work, trying to plan out some dinner time. It's probably not grill out type of weather, but once we get into the evening hours, you're heading out to those football games, heading out to the restaurants. Yeah, you'll want to sit inside, not outside on the patio. I can promise you that, because it is on the cooler side of things. We're looking for finally some sunny skies breaking out across virtually all of the region. 62 degrees now in London. Moorhead coming in at 59 degrees. That goes for Frankfurt, too, sitting there in the mid-50s along with Lexington. Now, as we get into the afternoon, low 60s to mid-60s down south. Then we're looking at low 60s central zones, then upper 50s, lower 60s up toward the north. That means going off towards your evening. Remember, sunset is actually before these high school football games kick off. It's a cool start. I mean, we're sitting there at 57. It's one of those evenings that you'll want to have not just a coat, but maybe even a nice little blanket with you as your teams are playing, but we are dry. So we're looking good to go. 62 degrees now are going to be there on Saturday here in Lexington and surrounding areas. Mid-60s there on Sunday. If you have any events, any plans going on, remember this weekend is a big event there in Frankfurt. Most of it is actually indoors. That's your Kentucky Book Fair. That kicks off today and going off towards your Saturday. But still, if you're going to be outside, just know it's going to be a little on the cool side, especially during the morning hours. Morning hours on both Saturday and Sunday morning, waking up there in the 30s. So here's what you're looking at today through your weekend. We're looking at the low 60s, maybe even some mid 60s in some spots. Saturday into Sunday, we're going to turn back the clock, get an extra hour of sleep. That's after UK beats UGA. I'm telling you, I called it since last weekend. We're going to go bowling after this game later on. So there is some good news for you. So we throw the clocks back. We'll be able to stay up an extra hour and get an extra hour of sleep. There you go. Off towards your next week. I mean, we don't even see a 70-degree reading in the forecast. And really, I do not see another chance anytime soon to be back in the 80s. This only goes through Thursday, but off towards your weekend next weekend looks like a really cold spell. It's been showing that the past few days, which means confidence is growing. However, we're still 8 to 9 days out. Yeah. But here comes a big chill in the air next weekend is what it looks like right now. But until then, I mean, we're right around average or above it. We're doing all right the next few days.
Could be the spring on those 80s.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, it might be a while. That's exactly right.
And as you said, remember to set those clocks back over this weekend. All right, researchers weigh in on how pictures on cigarette packs could reduce the smoking death rate.
And why just worrying about your health could be harmful to your heart. Jamie Yukas has details in this Better Living report.
Concern about developing a serious illness could actually raise your risk of heart disease. That's the finding of Norwegian researchers who say those with health anxiety are more than 70% more likely to develop heart disease than those with no worries. A team from Georgetown University says using graphic pictures on cigarette packs would greatly reduce deaths from smoking. The researchers who led the study say pictures could prevent more than 650,000 deaths over the next 50 years. They say pictures would also reduce the number of infants with low birth weights and preterm births. And research conducted at The Ohio State University finds if you tear the ACL in your knee, your brain needs to be retrained. Researchers found parts of the brain associated with leg movement lagged during recovery from an ACL injury, and that patients instead relied more on visual systems. Those are some of the day's top medical stories. Jamie Yukas, CBS News, New York.
Well, coming up, have you ever considered adoption?
Find out how many Kentucky children are on the waiting list during this Awareness Month. Stay with us.
Welcome back in to WKYT as our noon news hour continues. November is National Adoption Awareness Month. Here in Kentucky, there are currently 8,000 children in foster care, many of them waiting to be adopted.
To tell us more about it, we're joined by Renee Harden, Family Service Officer Supervisor. And we do welcome you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us right now about the needs that are out there.
Well, currently, like you said, we have about 8,000 children in Kentucky in foster care. About 2,000 of those are have a goal of adoption, and 355 children that have a goal of adoption still need adoptive homes. So November is Adoption Awareness Month, so we want to raise awareness to the need for foster parents and adoptive parents.
And yet we hear when people begin the process that sometimes it can be very difficult and protracted, and that it is not easy to adopt a child.
And sometimes that is true. There is a process. They have made it a little bit easier. Now the process, you attend one informational meeting and then attend 5 classes. It used to be 10 classes, so now it's 5. That makes it a little bit easier. And then the home study process, some online trainings, home visits, we do background checks, physical, make sure you're healthy and financially stable, that kind of stuff.
Tell us a little bit more about that, what you are looking for in parents either to adopt or foster parents.
Sure, we're looking for people who are able to adopt all kinds of kids, but particularly we have trouble placing children in sibling groups or children over the age of 12. Children with medical complexities is another difficult group to place. And all of our children have experienced trauma, so somebody that's willing to care for those children.
And what are the expectations of the parents?
The expectations are that they'll go through the informational meeting, the 5 weeks of classes, online classes. We do home visits. we look at background checks, medicals, and financial stability, and that they'll meet the housing requirements.
So if people are interested in exploring this, where can they get more information? What do they need to do?
They can call, we have a toll-free number, 800-232-KIDS. We have a local number, 859-245-5488, and we also have a new website, and it's www.adopt.ky.gov.
All right. Renee, thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for
calling
having
our
me.
attention to this month of awareness. Coming next, you can take a stroll through the pages of a George Orwell classic.
Details about Carnegie Classics 1984 straight ahead on WKYT.
Welcome back in. Come walk through the pages of a George Orwell classic as the Carnegie Center presents 1984.
To learn more about it, we're joined by Jessica Moeller and Neil Chethik with the Carnegie Center. Welcome. Glad to have you in here.
Thanks for having us.
You're telling us you've been working, getting it all together, and that it is sort of a challenge to stage 1984.
Yeah, I think this book more than ones that we've done in the past because it is our first dystopian novel, and it does have a lot of dark themes. It's not as glitzy and glamorous as Great Gatsby. So turning the Carnegie Center into a dilapidated city has been fun.
And you're heading back to continue that process.
That's right.
Sure. But what is the reaction from people when they come in and they see that transformation?
Well, the first reaction that we get is, what do we wear to a party like this? And first, let me just put it at ease. You can wear anything you would like. It's a come as you are. But also, there are people who are coming as the inner party, and they're all in black. And then there's an outer party, and they're all in blue. And then there are the proles, who are sort of the ordinary people, and they can wear whatever they want. But people have a strange reaction to 1984. Sure. I think it's one of those that's just so, it's got a darkness about it, of course, and then at the same time, it's so insightful about our current world. We did think about what was going to be going on November 5th with the election coming in 3 days, and we knew that there would be a lot of feelings of dystopia going on. So this is our fun take on dystopia.
Amazing. This was written in 1949.
That's right.
And, you know, so he picks out 1984 as the year. But some of this is sort of has come true and is kind of we live with it now, right?
Yeah, when we think of Big Brother now, I think you can trace it back most easily to computers and how as consumers our spending is tracked, where we visit, our interests, and we're kind of targeted that way, whether we're on social media or we're sending an email. So I think some aspects of 1984, the fiction story, have come true.
What are the reactions of young readers when they read that novel? I mean, we understand, we grew up with it, but what if it's someone who was born after that came out?
It's very interesting. I actually taught one class on it last week at Transy, and people were, well, first thing is that they were just completely astounded by that world. And at the same time, I started bringing up some of the things that we were talking about of groupthink and double speak, and it began to ring somewhat true for them. And their teacher happened to be in the on the other side of the Iron Curtain when they were growing, or when she was growing up. So she was able to bring a lot of what that world looked like.
I bet interesting discussions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the big event is tomorrow. I think we have the information. We'll put up 7 to 10 p.m. Carnegie Center, $25 ticket in advance, and you can get more information at carnegiecenterlex.org. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Sounds like a really
Good luck
fun.
with it. Hope people will turn out and have fun.
Yep.
All right, we're watching the weather forecast for lots of reasons, a lot of events going on, certainly those forest fires as well. Here's Micah.
Yeah, the good news about that is, I know there's bad news because there's no rain in store anytime soon, but the good news is the winds stay out of the north and northwest for at least the next, I would say, few days. So that keeps pushing it into Tennessee, not so much for our area. 60 degrees the rest of the day, guys. Chris Baylor being here at 4 p.m. to get you updated on your weekend.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us for WKYT News at noon.
Enjoy your weekend.